Oops, I had my mic muted. Hello, beautiful soul family. Welcome to Channeling Spirit. Welcome to my channel and my first time hosting this live event by myself. But Khan's here in the comments. So, hi, Khan. Hello. Oops, there we go. Yay. We're back at a new time and a new day, and this is going to be a weekly event. Hello, Lauren. Hi, everyone coming in. So I just want to share a little bit about the purpose of the show. This show is a beautiful and empowering way for us all to come together in a sacred, safe, and non judgmental space to ask questions and receive spiritual guidance that helps us all awaken and embody our higher souls. And everything we do here in my groups and on this channel is spirit led with the purpose of helping you develop your own intuitive mastery skills. So be sure to check out the descriptions box for more links to the different places that I offer space for to practice your intuitive development and enhance your own intuitive abilities. But the purpose of this show is to have you guys ask your questions and from your spirit team, and we'll bring forward whoever comes in. If you have a specific question for spirit, type it in the comments, leave 3 hearts after it so I can see where those questions are. And yeah, we'll just, again, it's spirit led. So I'm just going to let my guides kind of help me manage the comments and choose the questions. And if you have a question for a very specific guide, please leave that in the comments as well, like what guide you want me to channel. I channel all sorts of higher dimensional sovereign beings of source, love, light, consciousness for the purpose of helping us, again, align with our higher selves and develop a closer connection to them and to spirit. So beautiful. I'm just going to say hello to everyone here so I can get a sense of who's here. Hi, Carolyn. Carolyn, I haven't seen you in a while. Carolyn, also hello. Yay, you're still awake in Sweden. Awesome. Yay. Carolyn's here. Fernanda, and give me some time to just adjust to showing the comments. Hi. And Lauren, okay, Lauren has a question coming up. So I'm going to just do my best to star all the questions as they come through. All right. So before I start with the questions, I want to just get a group message here. And I was guided to bring my Divine Masters Oracle deck by Kyle Gray. And I'm just literally going to shuffle the cards. I'm going to tune into the energy of the group right now. And as I'm doing that, I just like to ask everyone to just take a minute to take some deep breaths, get into your heart space and feel the love of everyone who's here and just connect into that energy right now and allow your crown to open up and feel your connection to source and your higher self. And then send your grounding cord from your root chakra down to Mother Earth so we can anchor in these higher frequencies and into the Earth grid systems, which is also our higher purpose for being here and meeting regularly as a group, always wanting to send our love to Mother Earth and all who are awakening at this time. And as you're doing that, just ask your higher soul to always lead you through anytime you're receiving messages from any source outside of yourself. I always like to say, trust your higher self and take what resonates and leave the rest. I also want to apologize if you hear background noise because they are cutting some trees down across the street outside. So it's starting to get a little loud. Hopefully you guys can hear me. If you have any issues with that, let me know in the comments. All right, so I'm going to tune to the energy of the group and just see what guide wants to come out to share a group message as you guys are typing in your comments or questions. No one's really popping out here. That's interesting. All right, I'm just going to flip it over and go to the bottom of the deck. And here we've got an ascended master named Djwal Khul, who I have channeled before, but not in a while. So the card says divine mission, enlightened action, make choices from the heart. So I'm just going to tune into his energy. And if any of you channel him or have him as a guide, please share that in the comments. Would love to know if you guys connect with his energy. He's a happier spirit guide. He always comes in with like a smile, and his energy is very bright and cheery, jovial, I would use. He has a lot of like similarities between Archangel Uriel, kind of carries that same sort of yellow, vibrant sun energy. He's highlighting the word from the card, enlightened action. So, we're all on a path. We're all seekers on a path of enlightenment. But what that really means is staying true to your heart, staying true to your higher senses, your higher wisdom. I'm hearing there's a lot of wisdom codes that are activating within all of you who are here. And these messages are always tuned to your energy, the energy of those who come to the live event and those who are watching. So enlightened action, he's saying, means inspired action. Allow your heart to inspire you. That is the higher mission. That is the divine mission, is to let your heart lead. Let your heart, he just keeps saying, inspired action is truth. It's like action inspired by higher truth, higher wisdom. So just know that you are safe and supported by your spirit guides, all of them on your team. Always try to bring a little joy and magic into your life wherever you go, and just staying on those higher frequencies, joy, laughter, fun, having fun. It's all part of the process of awakening. And he's just here to, inspire you to, if there's something you're thinking about, he's kind of saying this because maybe some of you are like thinking in your head, there's a choice that you're wanting to make, but you're not sure if it's the right one. He's saying, go for it. It's like he's giving you that, like, this message is a sign of confirmation for some of you who might be questioning something that you feel guided to do, but maybe you feel not 100% ready for. Know that you're ready for anything, and just make one move, one step in the right direction. But by right direction, he means true to your heart. So as long as you stay true to source and let your heart guide, you can make no mistakes. You cannot take a wrong turn. You can't go in the wrong direction. You're not going to miss a step. You're not going to miss a beat. So really stay aligned with source consciousness, he's saying, and trust your higher self to lead. So I feel him pulling away with that message. And I thought that's a beautiful message for our group to start it off. So, okay, so let me go. And I just feel there's some of that coming through for you, Lauren, because I did get you have a question on career. So let's go to your question. General reading and career, please. Okay, so he's not stepping away. Djwal, cool. He's staying here. You're like, he's calling you like a master artist, guide, leader, teacher, entrepreneur. He's calling you. There's many business opportunities for you, and they have to do in the areas of personal growth and higher development. He is stressing to let your soul lead. There's a higher calling. There just feels like there's one choice that stands out above the rest. And that's where he wants you to put your focus, or focus more of your energy moving in that direction. It's like your first choice, or there's just something that you're just more passionate about than all the others. But he's highlighting photography for you, because I think I remember that you're into that as well. So it's just, he wants you to use your artist qualities to create the canvas that you want to create. It's like, if you have a passion for a specific service or career, he wants you to like create it from scratch. Like if there's no position out there that fits your criteria, then create it yourself and focus on new opportunities, because I feel that there's a timeline, a manifestation timeline coming into view, something that maybe came in around the time of Lionsgate. I'm seeing there was like a portal. There might have been some opportunities presented to you at that time, or maybe just in general, some intentions set around that time, just something that's coming full circle that's going to come back around that might appear to have like gone away, but is still there in the background, even though it looks hidden. And maybe you're not tapping into it right now, but it just feels like there's something on the horizon coming in for you. So, but he wants you to stay tuned to the higher manifestation timelines and always trust your gut in knowing when you're ready to take that step. Because he doesn't want you mixing like hesitancy, fear, and anxiety when you're moving forward. He wants you to feel like 100% sovereign and 100% empowered and trusting, like in your divine will, or divine action to take that step, like that all of your power is with you when you are moving forward on it. And so I feel pulling away. So I hope that resonates for you, Lauren. And let's go to, hi, Jim. Hello. Babette has a question. Okay. I have a question for my guide, Troy, a lobster being. Ooh, how fun. A galactic lobster being? Oh, is it like a galactic type of energy, or well, I guess we'll just tune in, but interesting. Does he have any message for me? Ooh. Yeah, let's tune in. I'm going to ask Troy to step forward and connect with his energy. And I'm also being told by Spirit to, for some of you that are in the comments, feel free to tune in also to these questions to, get some practice in. If you guys get any inspired messages, inspiration to do that and feel called to do that, you're more than welcome to share what you get in the comments as well. I know a lot of us here are active in our mediumship practices and channeling on the side. So, okay, so Troy. All right, so I see him stepping forward. I'm hearing you have a higher heart connection. Like there's he's highlighting the word wisdom. So there's just a higher self. It's like a higher self point of activation, a higher heart wisdom activation, but he's saying higher self. So you get a lot of higher self activations from him, like when you channel him or when he brings forward messages for you. Just okay, so any personal guidance or any specific guidance. He's talking about like how you channel. He just wants you to keep like improving on the ways you channel. And I feel him showing me like there's a lot of like missed opportunities, that there's just a lot of opportunities around you to expand more in your gifts and abilities that maybe you're not, he's like you're not taking him up on, but it feels like he's helping to guide you towards different resources or ways, inspired action, which seems to be the theme of the day here, of ways like to channel your higher self more, but to also like expand your abilities in being more active in the channeling community and how you share your messages, that the guidance that you get from your higher self, he's saying, is very wise, and he's supports you on your mission, and he's an aspect of your higher self, is kind of what he was showing me before. But he just says you're a force to be reckoned with. You have so many guides on your team that are supporting you. You do a lot of mission work in the astral realms, and that's how you meet a lot of your guides. But you just carry a lot of source wisdom and higher heart healing activation. So just through your words, through you sharing your spoken word or your written word or your channeled messages more in a public way, or more in a way that suits you and what your endeavors are, or what you want to, how you want to share them. But just in general, the person on the other receiving end of those messages is getting like wisdom codes turned on just by receiving these messages from you. So just he wants you to be more sure of yourself and more focused also on the higher timelines, and your higher manifestation abilities, because a lot, and he's talking to the group, a lot of your manifestation abilities are turning on, are like more empowered the more you connect with source light and you allow that light of source consciousness guide you in all that you do, your higher heart's wisdom. You like double, triple, quadruple your, like magnify your manifestation powers. So things are going to start to happen faster and more quicker the more you trust in that higher wisdom to lead. So I feel he just keeps showing me that he's like giving you like all these different like either resources to connect to, because I feel like some of this could be like books or reading material or things to watch, but also to help improve your like in your confidence, or just like whet your appetite, so to speak, for like higher level information and content that's going to activate you in your channeling abilities. But then he's also showing me like also opportunities to like channel for others, or be more of service in that way. So just keep your eyes open for those opportunities coming in. Thanks for your question. I hope that helps and resonates. I do see a question coming in from Faith. I'll get to in a second. Oh, and Lauren says, "Oh, I love Djwal. Cool. Yeah, I haven't channeled him in a while. He's such a good energy, though. Love him too. Yeah, he's an ancient soul. Beautiful. Mr. Cool. Mr. Cool. Okay. Going down. Oh, and Benefsha's here. Hi, Benefsha. Okay, great. Awesome. I don't want to get lost. Okay, so here we go. Back to Faith. Poseidon, came through to me in meditation and said he wanted me to bring forth the messages of the water kingdom or something. Can you please tune in for clarification and my connection to Poseidon? Wow, that's a powerful connection and a powerful message, it seems. So yeah, I'm getting a lot of energy. Wow. Okay. Very strong energy. I don't think I've directly tuned into him before, but I felt like I've received messages from like, I don't know. There's like a indirect connection I have with him, but I haven't directly channeled him. So this is a great opportunity for me to connect with his energy. I feel a lot of energy coming in. So, okay. He's calling you like a high priestess. He's saying you have the watery vibes of a high priestess. So you're a guardian of the elemental kingdom, of the water kingdom that he's talking about. You agreed in a past life. It was like you were contracted in a past life to work with Poseidon to bring in these ancient memories or codes or codex of the water ones, the aquatic beings. There's a lot of sentient life in the water kingdom, and even within the elements of water, it carries all the DNA structures and codes of all of everything that ever was on Earth. And so there's a lot of ancient timelines you can connect to just by being in water, just by like natural water, like spring water, like just in like a natural organic environment. You can receive codes through all water essentially, but that's what he's highlighting, to connect with the nature spirits and the water kingdom elemental guides that are on your team. He wants you to like literally like sit, and he says bathe in it, but I think he means like bathe in the energy of the vibes that like I'm seeing like a stream. I don't know if you have one. I'm sure you have like access to some natural organic places that you can go to, environments but that energy of the stream, it's carrying this information forward. So it's going to flow from the energy of the stream. So I feel that he's wanting you to actually go physically to a location and sit down and do some like prayer meditation, healing work on the earth grid systems to get to connect with your watery like friends and guides and learn more about the mermaid kingdom. There's a connection to Neptune. There's just a lot of different kind of directions I see you going with this connection. And he wants all of us to do that, actually. He wants all of us to sit in nature and meditate with water and allow the water to bring in messages for us, to show us more about like new earth, bringing in those timelines and healing for Mother Earth and correcting the codes of the water. So blessing the water, blessing the stream, putting like a crystal charged with your intention for the world and putting it into the stream and letting the power of nature push that energy, flow it all the way through the circulation system of Mother Earth and back into the ocean. Very, very powerful. Actually, I remember this came in to my husband and I when we were just chatting about something, and we kind of got this download, and now it's coming back around. So it's for the group. I would have never remembered to share it if you hadn't asked this question. So thank you, Faith. This is awesome. I hope that resonates for you. All right, I'm going to move on. Khan has a question. Here we go. Can Loki talk about the transition? Jesus is walking me about rebuilding a body with disease. Okay, without disease, maybe you mean, but okay, Loki, you're asking Loki. All right. Well, Loki is one of my best spirit guide friends. He's definitely around. He had me wear green in honor of him because I was sensing his presence today on my spirit drive. I call it a spirit drive, but sometimes I take a morning drive to get my coffee and just to get out. And I kind of use that as an opportunity to see who's around me and just to connect with my higher self or any guides that come through like the radio. And it's funny because last week on Friday when we hosted with Khan and Jenny, Loki came in and he came in with the song The Joker. So while I was on my drive, that song, or wait, first the song, we talked about it last week, Don't Stop Believing came on. Okay, so that was on the radio and I'm driving, I'm hearing that song, and then I changed the channel and then it was The Joker, and then I'm like, oh, this is Loki is around. And I was like, yeah, I'm not necessarily trying to connect with Loki. I know he's always around. And then I changed the channel and the Joker was on the station I changed the channel to. So it was on at the same time, two different channels. I was like, okay, there's no escaping his energy. So he had me wear this shirt today. Color green is his color. But good question. Let me tune in for you on that. About the transition. Okay, there's just a song that keeps playing in my head, and it was coming in when I first read your question, and I think it's like, it might be a Kanye West song about like Jesus walks or something. I don't remember the name of it, but that's playing in the background. It's like this churchy vibe to it, but it's hip hop, R&B, obviously. Okay. He doesn't. So Loki's saying he's like showing like this kind of, but like you like with a walker, but he's like kind of like get up. Like he says he wants to see you like running, not walking. He like no more standing still. There's a clear direction and path forward, and you're on it. You're headed for that. Like you're getting the keys and the codes to break out of your own like matrix or soul trap. Like it's like your soul is ready to be freed. Like your body is ready to like lift out of its shell and be more of its authentic self. So he's just highlighting you're really doing the work, you're really giving it your all. So it feels like this new focus on rehabilitation is what's going to take you there, because now he's giving me the song I'll Take You There, and that's a song that he comes in with sometimes. So Loki just has a funny way of sharing messages that's unique to him as a guide. You kind of have to get used to it. He's not always like super clear and succinct. He tries to be, he can be, but he always likes to throw in like a little riddle or just like his way of saying it. He has his own style, I guess I could say. So you get used to it, and he always likes to play fun with people or poke fun at people too, in a like a sideways way that's actually lighthearted and like it means well, I guess. He means well always. He's saying you're very dear to his heart, and he blesses you on this path of it's like may the source be with you is what he's saying. Like you have the power to change it all around, and to activate the cellular memory is what he's saying of your own God source code consciousness for all healing. And that goes for everyone, but you're doing the work and you're going to start seeing the results. So if you haven't already, which I believe you have been seeing good results, but just keep working with Jesus, he's saying. So he's helping you learn to walk again is what he's saying. But there's higher truth to that as well, symbolic, metaphoric, but beautiful. I feel energy dying down. So that was a good question and a great opportunity to bring him in. Thank you, Con. Okay, let's go to Carolyn. I'm happy you're here. Yay. I'm thinking about learning to be a psychopomp, like helping spirits find their way. I think Freya is one as a Valkyrie. What does she have to say about this new path for me? Well, you know Freya is all in for this, right? I mean, I know, Carolyn, your guides really well, and Loki's on your team as well, and all the Norse gods and goddesses love you so much. Also, the goddess Hel. Carolyn introduced me to her. Hel is spelled Hel, is an underworld goddess who is Loki's daughter in Norse mythology. And I just channeled her the other day for the first time, and she's helping me create a Patreon event this month. When the veils are extra thin around the time of Halloween for us, but there's other pagan holidays also that are celebrated at that time. But on the 29th, and it is going to be about lower soul healing and lower astral clearing work. So contact me if you're interested in joining us there. It's for Patreon members, but there's just a small fee for non-Patreon members to join. So if you want to register for that, let me know. If you're not a Patreon and you want to register for that, contact me. But in general, yeah, I feel like I had to bring Hel up because it's Loki's daughter, and you helped me connect with her, and it was part of her message that you got, I think, inspired to move in this direction. But yeah, Freya is all in. I mean, the whole Norse team is all in. She's like a protective guardian for you. Freya is. She's your eternal mother. It's like your eternal mother aspect. And Hel is a guardian guide for you as well. So they're both working to lead you, give you the sources of material that you need to read on this, and to also boost your confidence in your own abilities. So she wants you to work with Hel, the goddess Hel, more, okay? And to just get more familiarity with how the underworld operations work, or just how the nature spirits work, or just what that death transition passageway is like, and why it's difficult for some to make it all the way over or into the higher realms. It has to do with a lot of distorted false beliefs and mind manipulation tactics. That's just a side note as to why some souls get lost on the other side, and then traumatic deaths and things like that as well. So there's a lot of work to be done in the lower astral clearing and helping souls cross. It's a very important work for light workers. So Freya is hoping and that some of this message and Carolyn's question helps to inspire some of you who have this maybe in the background of your mind of something that you might be good at or have a desire to work in this like field of. Also, there's a need for those to help people with like spirit or entity attachments. And Freya's also an awesome guide to work with for that, for helping to clear negative attachments. So she's just reminding you all to call on her, but she's also the goddess of love as well. So, but in general, yeah, they're all for it. So definitely keep going in that direction and let them continue to guide you in as to what materials or sources or teachers even to go to for that, for more guidance on that. But awesome question. Hope that helps. Oh my gosh, it's getting loud outside. I hope you guys can't hear that. I should check down below. All right. Well, okay. Trying to keep up with the comments, but let's see. Next question is from Fernanda. Oh, Amy. Can you ask Amy why she wants me to spend Christmas at Big Bear Lake? She said I need to go glamping. Oh, Amy Winehouse, okay, is one of Fernanda's main guides that has become one of my support guides now, and I love her. She's awesome. Okay, let me bring her. let me tune to her. I heard something like Into the Wild, like as soon as I read that, like there's a movie called Into the Wild that I really loved, and it's actually based on a true story about someone who kind of just wanted to detach completely from the matrix, and he went on this long expedition, kind of solo, not real prepared and knowing a lot about the natural world and how to survive in it, but he just went and figured it out. And unfortunately, he went to Alaska, and unfortunately, he ended up passing away. But during that trip, but I feel his spirit is around me too, because I just connect with that movie so much. But it's getting so loud outside. Okay, it's distracting, but not too distracting. Let's see. Yeah, so Into the Wild. So there's some kind of association with that. That's not by chance that I brought that movie up. It feels like a self-expedition. It just feels like an opportunity to just tune into like your natural, your higher self, the nature aspect or your nature guides. I just feel like more past soul life memories will come up. I feel like you and Amy is what she's showing me is like spent. I know you guys had lifetimes together. You have a past connection with the woods. I don't know where Big Bear Lake is, but I feel there's a timeline where you guys like met there or something. It's weird, but I just feel like there's a connection there, and it might be from a past life that you guys, or maybe you made like a pact. You guys are sisters, like priestess sisters, and you knew a lot of like witchy magic and stuff. You knew a lot of stuff about crossing interdimensional travel and things like back in your prime time, other lifetimes. So I feel like you kind of made some sort of pact to agree to like meet and spend like time together there. But I feel that's part of it. But then I just feel like you're going to connect more of the dots and more soul memories might come back, or it's like wisdom from nature and just your exploration of self through the spiritual practices that you're being guided to do at that time. But now she's going like this, like she doesn't want to say anymore because no, it's like she's like, I don't want to give away all the details. Like that's what's fun about it. It's like a sister camping outing and sleepover and whatever. Like I don't know if I see tent, but I don't know if that's what you're actually going to do is like tent or but I do not see her like not wanting to share anymore on that so right now, but but I hope that resonates with you on some level. But I love Amy's energy. All right, going down to Carrie Lynn. But one second, I just want to see if anyone's complaining about the sound not working. Oh, I'd like to read Faith's comment. Oh my God, this message was so powerful. As on another occasion, a water nymph came through to me, urging me to go to a beach in my area. Go, as there were messages in the water for me. Blown away. Oh, awesome. Good, good. So you're already getting that. Yes, beautiful. I think we all should be spending more time in nature and around the water, because that seems to be a theme coming through your guys' questions here. But okay, let's see what Fernanda's saying. Oh my God, when I asked, I got the movies Bridge to Terabithia. Oh my God, my guides give me that movie too, Fernanda. That's so weird, and I haven't watched it yet. And Journey to the Center of the Earth. I like that she also gave you a movie. Yeah, like right out the gate. It was like Into the Wild. I'm like, woo, wow. That's awesome. Yay. Okay, so there's some themes of exploration that are coming out. Soul exploration through these movies that you're mentioning, and all of the movies. Okay, let's go back now up to Carrie Lynn. Let's see. All right, here we go. What lesson am I stuck on from Archangel Eric, please? And I haven't channeled Eric really in a while, or I don't really channel him much. So I know he's kind of around in the background as one of my guides. Okay, what lesson am I stuck on? I hear mindfulness, like watch your step. Like mindfulness is right action. So it's like in how you direct your thoughts. It's your patterns of thinking. It's self-awareness. And somehow he's showing me like tuning more to your higher mind and just allowing and trusting source to lead and guide, like trusting your own intuition, your own intuitive abilities, becoming more of an intuitive master, because you've got this, like you kind of know like how to channel and connect to your spirit teams and all of that. But so trusting in yourself more, but mindfulness was the key or the trick to just becoming more conscious and observant of your own thoughts, and let them kind of like pass by, let the ones flow by or pass by that aren't attuned or tuned to your higher self and higher outcomes, like the fears, the worries, the doubts, the concerns. Like don't give so much attention to those. Give more attention to your higher self thoughts. And yeah, so the higher outcomes and trust your intuition is what I'm getting. So he's just like, that's a blanket statement for everyone. Like everyone, that's why you're all here. You're all here to become intuitive masters. You got it. The first step to intuitive mastery is learning to trust what you're getting, trust what you're receiving, and let it build from there. Let the momentum build from there through the right action. So taking action on what you're receiving is really important to build that like grounded connection to your higher self, is what he's saying, because that's what's going to lead to manifestation. So if we're just perceiving it and hearing it, but we're not taking action on it, then it kind of gets lost in the maze, he's saying. But like kind of I'm seeing it like dissolving. It's just like the power behind the original thought and inspired thought to move in a certain direction kind of loses its momentum. Also, the more we entertain like thoughts of fear, doubts, insecurities, like victim consciousness is what he's saying, the more we kind of tune to that frequency, we feel like it weights us down. It doesn't. He wants us to be light as air, like, and free to go where we want to go without having like the weight or the heaviness of insecurity or lack of confidence, or just any of the fears that come up that get triggered. It's like that's the belief trying to like anchor you back into that frequency. It's trying to hold you. It's trying to keep you stuck in that frequency because it doesn't want to like it's like the ego that's afraid to die. It doesn't realize it's eternal. The soul is eternal, so it's like trying to protect you. So it's like it wants you to like stay hidden sometimes, or stay stuck in that pattern. But essentially, Eric wants you to feel light and free to do what you want to do, like what your heart and soul's calling and mission work is to do. And that's really to be yourself. He's saying that's to be your authentic self, but at that higher frequency where you don't have the doubts, fears, concerns, anxieties circulating through your system, or your feed, your internal feed, he's saying. So yeah, I hope that resonates for you, Carrie Lynn. That was a good message. Thank you, Eric, and thank you for your question. Pink Lady, hello. What is in my future? Okay, so I'm getting a message from Loki really quick coming in here. What's in your future is higher timelines, higher outcomes, higher manifestations. He's showing me that he wants you to connect more to your own, again, source wisdom, and your own ability, your own conscious ability to perceive what's right in front of you. He's saying what's staring you right in the face. There's something in your life that's calling you forward to take action, that's calling you to stay grounded in your truth and knowing. I feel like it has to do with service to others, some future goal or mission work that you're being called to do. And it has to do with supporting the collective healing work, which is the light worker mission that all of us are on. But he wants you to tune your heartstrings a little bit more, because you already have this voice, this message or recorder message playing in your head. He's saying, trust what you get at night when you're sleeping, maybe through dream time, or just when you get like higher messages coming in, maybe in the liminal state, in the space when you're about to fall asleep, or when you first wake up in the morning. That's what he's saying. There's higher messages coming your way, I feel, because you're asking this question. It's like you're activating an aspect of your higher self to come in with more clear guidance for you. But essentially, the mission work of the spirit guides, at least the ones I work with, is all about getting you to trust yourself more. And that's always Loki's higher message for us all. If you can't trust yourself, who can you trust? And not be so reliant on outside sources to give you, like, to predict the future, or to just give you too much information, because the future is yours. He's saying the future is yours. It's your creation. You're creating it all the time through every thought that circulates through your mind. You're creating a manifestation of your future timeline and future self. So what future self, what does your future self want your world to look like? Like, what are you creating for your future self? What kind of world are you creating? Internal world and external environment, because the external always mirrors the internal. That's why being more conscious and observant and taking control over our thoughts and ability to connect into the higher mind versus the lower mind, which is the egoic mind, which is the mind that has all the fears, the blocks, the limitations, sees limitation. The higher mind sees a clear path all the way, all the time, and knows at all times what the clearest path is. So he's saying you have to reject all negativity. You have to don't internalize the negativity. If you feel someone has like more power over you or something like that, or more control, like, don't give the control to outside of yourself. You be the controller. You be the dictator. You be the one that chooses what you want to align with and what you don't want to align with. And it's your free will as a sovereign creator to do that. And that's all of our birthright. So don't let others decide for you what your fate is going to be. And so that's our mission work as a collective. He's just saying to help each other see that within themselves, and to, again, inspired action, to inspire co-creation of a better world, more harmonic, where everyone feels free being themselves. So that's Loki's partial personal message for you and group message for all of us, because these shows, channeling spirit, and really any and all messages that ever come through from any spirit guide I've ever channeled for any one person that seems like a personal question for them, always has a higher group message for us all, and is activating for us all, so all to hear. So thank you for asking. I hope that helps you on some level. Okay. Let's see what other. Yep. Yep. Babette, Faith, Fernanda, the call has been made. If anyone can do that and help host, co-host, or just participate, show up on screen as a participant in that practice. And this is a good time to share that with the group as well, or with my channel. We just started this past Monday our first Intuitive Mastery free practice event that is hosted through my private Facebook group, Intuitive Soul Rising. There's a link in the description box to join that if you're interested. But essentially, this practice is for all levels of intuitive mastery, from beginner to advanced. It's just a fun way to train our spiritual and intuitive muscles. And it's hosted by my good friend, and who was on this channel, on this channel last week on this show on Friday, Jenny Hart. And Khan is going to be hosting with her for temporary, but eventually we want to try to get more of you involved in live practice. It's every Monday at 6 p.m. Eastern. And it's just, we do little exercises, and some of us are on screen and the rest get to practice in the comments. And it's really fun and really light. All right. And it's just a fun way to practice. Intuitive development. So hopefully some of you will show up for that in the future. Okay, Benefsha, I am being drawn to ask for a message from Mother Lilith. Ooh, Lilith. Oh my gosh, I love Lilith. Today, any guidance she might have for me at this time would greatly be appreciated. Thanks so much. Yes, I can't wait to channel Lilith. She's been around me too, very strong. In fact, I'm sure there's going to be a future event on Patreon, healing event or activation of some kind with her in the next couple months. But this is a great time of year to work with her energy. So okay, so I just felt a lot of energy coming in around like my top crown when I first brought her in. She's like, yes, speak your truth more. I'm hearing higher heart awareness. You're spiritually developing as like a grand master of faith and trust, and you're learning to trust yourself more. You're learning to step into your power more. It feels like there's some kind of mission completed. Feels like there's some kind of like chapter ending for you, like you're getting ready to rebirth a new chapter. And that's why she's a good guide for you to work with, because she kind of represents that uncomfortable process, that in between, like when the baby's about to come out of the birth canal and it's really painful and you're going through the labor contractions and it feels like, oh my gosh, is this ever going to happen? Am I ever going to make it? It's like you're pushing through that like right now. So it feels like you might feel like, from what she's showing me, that it might feel sometimes to you like you're up against, like you're climbing an uphill battle, and like you're up against, like you against the world kind of thing. But she's saying, but you're having key breakthrough moments, and there's patterns. You're repatterning right now your own, like how you process and how you perceive, like your perceptions of reality are shifting and repatterning. Like how you see yourself when you look in the mirror has shifted a lot. the energy you put forward in your knowing of your priestess power is like turning on. It's amplifying. She's showing me like a fire, that's like a furnace that's getting hotter. So that's actually pushing, is kind of what's propelling you to like make choices in ways that maybe, or to feel more confident in ways that, in areas that maybe before you felt frustrated by. So it's like confidence builder. Like there's something happening internally through all of your higher spirit team connections, and the guidance that you're receiving, and just the practices that you do, in the ways your life is transforming. That's really pushing you forward in a new direction with a lot of like charge and momentum. So I feel there's new pathways opening up for you and new chapters unfolding. So I feel like but she's showing me that like it feels like you're kind of coming to the end of a chapter, and you might be at the crossroads of something new. So just a reminder, when I say crossroads, to work with Hecate, because Lilith is actually the one that brought Hecate forward as a shadow guide on my team. So if that is the case for you, Benef, should definitely work with their energies, and they're going to help you cross the threshold into the new kingdom, which is the paradise. It's like the paradise land, like the Garden of Eden symbology for you. Like you're going to feel more awakened on the other side. Enlightened mastery is what I'm hearing. So you're really ascending, and you're coming into full alignment with that higher version of yourself that you've been like on mission to like do all the healing work to clear the path for. So I feel that starting to turn online for you right now, and I hope that helps. From Mother Lilith, thank you so much. That was a good question. And then Lauren was saying, Rachel, yes, downloads at Lionsgate. Oh, awesome. Injured myself at work. Art speaks to me. I do photography, watercolor, and pen and ink. Entrepreneur speaks to me. It resonates fully. Yeah, I feel like there's going to be something like, because I'm hearing combined effort when I'm reading your message just now or post. It might be a combination of all of those in just a unique way to express your soul's gift that will resonate for you in the future. Okay. Yeah, so we're getting close to the end here. So I'll go through one more question. And awesome. Lauren was saying teacher and guide resonates too. Forgot to add that. Manifestation abilities empowered makes sense. Awesome. Yeah. I know. And Babette is amazing and powerful. Yep. She's coming in hot and heavy. She's coming in. she's coming in. That might have been from Loki, because I would normally say hot and heavy, but I almost didn't say it. But Loki's here and he loves you like a sister, so that's what he was saying, Babette. Okay. You're welcome, Babette. Yes, I feel Troy nearby and wanting to guide my steps. His messages resonate. Awesome. Beautiful. Okay. I don't know if there's any other questions that I'm seeing. If I missed something, I apologize, but it's just a lot of comments coming in. But I did catch this one. Hi, I had a reading a while ago from Rock O and was told I'm highly intuitive, but feel I'm losing confidence in trying to activate this ability. Well, definitely come to our intuitive mastery practice on Mondays. Yeah, just you can join in the comments. It's a really good way to just kind of just play. It's like we play like games. It's not about getting it right or wrong. It's about trusting in your own clairs and how you're getting the messages, because it's unique to everyone. And that's the thing about our connection to spirit and our guides. It's our mediumship abilities. We all have them, but we're all very unique in how they turn on, and the clairs that are dominant that we have, and how we pick up and sense and receive the messages. So just feel free to join us on that event anytime. And then I am going to be sometime next month hosting a mediumship circle practice. I call it a mediumship circle practice, which is a group channeling practice that I host privately through a Zoom meeting. and that's also free for anyone to register, but I haven't set the date for that yet. So that'll be something coming up next month. But lots to look forward to. I hope to see more of you here next week. Thank you to all who are here today. I'm going to keep these sessions in within an hour time span. I do love all the messages that came through, and I hope you all will join me next Wednesday, same time, same place. Again, thank you all. Sending so much love. Hope you have a beautiful day. See you all soon. Bye.